Hello guys, welcome to Refer UX. Myself Nimesh. In this tutorial, we will see how to configure router on stick configuration in DNS3. In this tutorial, this is the diagram that we are going to use. There, as you can see, four pieces and one layer 2 switch and one Cisco router C3600. So these four pieces will be separated, configured into two VLANs called VLAN 10 and VLAN 20, and I will then quickly configure these IP, relevant IPs and gateway IPs in the four pieces. Then we will use, we'll configure in the switch relevant access ports as well as trunk ports. Then we will configure router with a sub interface in order to two sub interfaces to in order to enable communication between VLANs. So let's begin. Okay. First, let's get layer 2 Cisco switch and Cisco router. In this case, I'm using C3600, and I'll get um, two pieces in order to let's say four pieces for the showing the routing between VLANs. Right, we have four pieces. Then I will name this is 10 and yeah, 20, and my intended IPs are 2/4. So let me get this again. So the IP detail right, and this this is also labeled. So this is a different subnet. Same switch. All right. Then I will add these connect these connectors, and this 2 and this is 3 and 10 to 0. So, this is my diagram. So what I'm going to do is I will first configure these four PCs with the IP addresses. Then I'll configure switch on creating different VLANs and making these access ports and switch on ports transport, and I'll make enable routing between these two VLANs. So let's begin. So first we run the system. Seems okay. Now I run the configuration, and before that I'll must mark all these okay, everything has been booting. So meanwhile I'll put it here and I'll put it here. So it seems okay. Cool. Yes. Perfect. So what I'm going to do now is it seems switch and router is getting booting. So meanwhile, what I'm going to do is I will configure this. Right. P2 PC3 and let me open the console of PC1. Seems host disconnected. Okay, wait. Will stop this again. I'll start this and let's see what's happening. All right, cool. It's live. So first, I'll name the PC1. So what I'm going to do is IP my previous video. So I showed you how to do this thing. So it has been added. Now I'll go to PC2. PC3. I'll go to PC4. Then I'll go to the my switch and then I'll add go to the okay. Let me show VLAN first. You can see all default VLANs are here. No VLAN 10 or 20 has been created. So first let's create those two. So it's configuration terminal VLAN 10 and VLAN 10 exit VLAN 20 and VLAN 10. Oops. And show VLAN, and you can see we have two VLANs listed here. It's now time to add the ports there, G00 and 01 to VLAN 10, 2 and 3 to VLAN 20, and this port I will make it as a switch port. Alright, so what I'm going to do is I will add them first. Enable configuration terminal interface. Which interface is this? The NN0/0 switch port mode access and switch access which VLAN 10 port exit and interface Giga Ethernet 0/1 switch port mode access switch port access VLAN oops 10. Right now we have added these two into VLAN 10. Now let's move on to second one interface Giga Ethernet 0/2 switch port mode access and switch port access VLAN 20 to final one interface mode access mode sorry interface Giga Ethernet this is 0/3 uh, switch port mode access and switch port access VLAN 20. Now it's now we'll make VLAN this 0010 into a tunnel port. That is interface giga Ethernet 1/0 switch port mode. In this case, we need to make it as a trunk. Okay, trunk switch port mode trunk, and says that sometimes you will get this error message: the interface was trunk acceleration is auto. So in calculation mode is auto, so we have to change it to trunk mode. So how we can do it? First, we will switch port. We have to send the encapsulation. That is sorry, switch port trunk. The trunk encapsulation part as dot one q, right? Dot one q. Cool. Then if we type switch port mode trunk, then that command works fine. So that has been also added. Now switch configuration has already been done. So we'll go back and we'll see switch configuration here. So VLAN, can see that VLAN 10 and VLAN 20 has been added properly with the learn port 0001 to VLAN 10 and 02 to 03 to VLAN 20. And it has been nicely added. And so that's we need to consider. And what next we can do, we can move on to uh, what you call router, and make that routing enable. So we'll move router, and what we do is we'll go to configuration terminal. Then as you can see here, we have fast F00. So first we have to go to interface fast Ethernet 0/0. Without sending an IP, we have to say no shutdown. So now it is add up. So then what we are going to do is we have to say interface fast Ethernet 0/0. We have to create a sub interface called 1. Then we have to say then we have to set the configuration as it is uh, the configuration for this is encapsulation and dot one q. Then the VLAN ID for we are, let's assign VLAN 10 to dot one. So I say 10, and that's it. Then we have to assign IP address of 34 gateway, and now again we'll go to interface fast Ethernet 0/0 2 and encapsulation dot one q to the VLAN 20 and IP address the default gate of 0. So now seems everything is okay, and now let's try to ping from first from PC1 to PC2, then PC1 to PC3. So let's see whether the routing has been properly added. So first three is quite nicely pinging. Then we'll try to ping to other subnet, the VLAN, and initially timeout has been there, but from the second one onward is nicely picking all. So we can we can communicate between VLANs via the router. This is called router on stick mode. One mode of making connectivity available between two VLANs. Okay, let's try to, and nicely we can see that the pinging has happened between VLANs. So this is the way to enable communication between VLANs through a router, which is called router on stick. Thank you. In this tutorial, we have seen how to configure router on stick configuration related to VLANs in GNS3. I hope you have learned something out of this. If you learned something, please do like and share. If you want to know about future such videos, please click on the bell icon and subscribe to us. Till we meet again, have a great time.